ìwàásù ọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run tẹ́ máa gbọ́ báyìí ní ìjọ The Solution Cherubim and Seraphim Ministry aka Chosen Generation Owódé Àpáta Ìbàdàn Abẹ́òkúta Express Road Ìbàdàn ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ṣorígbọ̀wọ́ ẹ̀ lábẹ́ iṣẹ́ ìránṣẹ́ wòlíì Gideon Adebare Owoseni ẹ máa bá wa ká lọ.
Ògo ni fún Ọlọ́run ní òkè ọ̀run.
Glory be to God in highest.
Èyí ni apá kejì ìtàn náà.
This is the second part
Nípa Mósè Orímọládé.
about Moses
Àti ta ni Ọlọ́run àwọn kérúbù.
and who is the God of the cherubim.
Wá ọ̀rẹ́ mi, wá kájú mọ́ rí. Ojú ọkàn wo àgbàlá ní. Níbolú dáńgbé wá wí pé bàbá mi mọ̀ dáríjì.
Báyìí ni àwọn ọ̀run ti wí.
That saith the heaven.
Lẹ́yìn ìgbà tá a ṣe ètò yìí tán.
After these arrangements were made,
Àwa sọ fún àwọn àgbà mẹ́rìnlélógún. Ẹ̀yin àgbà mẹ́rìnlélógún.
24 elders
Ẹ lọ foríkorí.
go and make a meeting
Torí wípé
because
áńgẹ́lì ṣubú láyé.
angel fell the first time.
Ṣùgbọ́n kí ni ìdí tá a fi rán àwọn àgbà mẹ́rìnlélógún?
Why was it now the turn of the 24 elders?
Ọ̀kan nínú àwọn àgbà mẹ́rìnlélógún la fẹ́ lò.
One of the 24 elders is going to be used.
Àwọn àgbà mẹ́rìnlélógún náà wá gba iṣẹ́.
The 24 elders now took up the job.
Wọ́n ní láti foríkorí wípé
They needed to make a meeting that
ta ni à ń lò nínú wa.
who shall we send amongst us?
Ìṣòro táwọn àgbà mẹ́rìnlélógún ní ni
But
pé
the problem they have is this:
wọn ò ní ẹsẹ̀ tí wọ́n lè fi
they
rìn.
do not have legs that they can walk with.
Torí látijọ́ tá a ti dá wọn.
Because since they were created,
A ò dá wọn pẹ̀lú
they
ẹsẹ̀.
were not created with legs.
Nígbà tá a wá ní kí wọ́n lọ yin ọ̀kan lára wọn.
When they were now told to choose one of them,
Mẹ́rìnlélógún ni wọ́n.
they were 24.
Wọ́n ní kí wọ́n lọ yin ọ̀kan.
They were told to choose one of
Àgbà
them.
mẹ́rìnlélógún ló lè wá sí ayé.
The 24 elders can come to the world
Tí wọn ò ní fẹ́ẹ̀lì.
and they will not fail.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ díẹ̀ nínú ìpínlẹ̀.
Let me explain a little bit about
Kí n
it
tó sọ nípa wíwá ọ̀kan nínú àwọn àgbà mẹ́rìnlélógún.
before I talk about the coming of one of them.
Ní ọ̀run,
In heaven,
àwọn náà ní ètò.
they also have order.
Ìpele márùn-ún ni wọ́n wà lọ́run.
There are 5 stages in heaven.
Ìpele àkọ́kọ́,
The first stage
ìpele àwọn áńgẹ́lì.
is the stage of the angels.
Bíbélì ti sọ nípa àwọn
The
áńgẹ́lì
Bible
pé
says about the angels that
ẹ̀mí tí ń jíṣẹ́ ni wọ́n.
they are ministering spirits.
Àwọn ló kéré jù.
They are the lowest in rank.
Òun ló máa yà mí lẹ́nu.
That is why it surprises me.
Àwọn tí wọ́n dìdìrìn.
Those that are so foolish.
Mo lọ sí chọ́ọ̀chì kan níjọ́
I
kan.
went to a church one day.
Ìgbà tí mo dé chọ́ọ̀chì
When
yẹn,
I got there,
wọ́n lẹ́nìkan wà nínú ẹ̀mí.
they said someone was in trance
Wọ́n bá ní kí wọ́n lẹ lẹ́mìí lóhùn.
and they asked someone to ask him to speak.
Ìgbà tẹ́lẹ̀mí ó kọ́kọ́ tiẹ̀
And
béèrè
the
ọ̀rọ̀.
first time I was going to start speaking,
Ó ní
he said,
gbogbo ìjọ
all the church
ẹ̀tẹ̀ríba fún áńgẹ́lì tó wọlé.
bow down for the angel that just came in now.
Mo káwọ́ lérí.
And I put my hand on my
Irú
head.
ìjọ wo
I said,
rèé?
what kind of church is this?
Tí ń tẹríba fún áńgẹ́lì.
That are bowing down to
Torí tí
angels.
Bíbélì wí ni wípé
Because what the Bible says
ẹ̀yin kò
is,
gbọ́dọ̀ sí ogun
thou
òun kankan.
shalt not worship any heavenly being.
Ṣùgbọ́n
But
ẹni tí ò bá tí dà tó bí,
who that is yet to become born
òun
again,
àtàngẹ́lì lẹ́gbẹ́.
they are at par with angels.
Torí wípé
Because
ẹ̀mí tí ń jíṣẹ́ lásán
they are
lẹ́gẹ́lì.
mere ministering spirits.
Ìpele kíní lọ́run ni áńgẹ́lì.
The first stage in heaven is the
Àwọn ló
angels.
kéré jù.
They are the lowest in rank.
Ènìyàn kì í ṣẹgbẹ́ áńgẹ́lì.
They are not the equal of
Tó bá
man.
ti di àtúnbí.
Whoever has become born again.
Ìpele kejì.
The second stage
Ó ní ìpele àwọn ogun Ọlọ́run.
is the stage of the host of heaven.
Ẹni màá tún nínú kíkẹ́tì.
I will explain everything in this message.
Yàtọ̀ fún áńgẹ́lì.
Host of heaven differs from angels.
Ìpele kẹta.
The third one
Ó ní ìpele àwọn tí èdè tá a lè lò tó lè yé ènìyàn ní àwòrò.
is the stage of those we call special beings.
Kí là ń pè ní àwòrò?
Who are those called special beings?
Àwọn kan wà tá à ń pè ní àwòrò Ọlọ́run.
There are those that are special beings of God.
Ìṣẹ̀dá wọn jẹ́ 72.
Now they are 72 in number.
72 yìí,
This 72,
àwọn ni wọ́n máa wá ń gba ẹnu Ọlọ́run jíṣẹ́ láyé.
they are the one that do come to speak the voice of God here on earth.
Ṣùgbọ́n
But
gbogbo wọn náà ni ó gba ìdájọ́.
they also will receive judgment.
Tí ènìyàn bá di àtúnbí,
When a man becomes born
ó ju
again,
ìpele mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta yìí lọ.
he is superior to these 3 stages.
Ìpele kẹrin,
The fourth one
ó ní ìpele àwọn ẹ̀dá alààyè mẹ́rin.
is the stage of the 4 living beings.
Ìgbà míì wọ́n farahàn bí Ọlọ́run.
At times they will manifest like God.
Ọ̀kan nínú àwọn ẹ̀dá alààyè mẹ́rin.
One of the 4 living creatures
Òun la rántí Abraham níbi tí ó ti lọ fi Ìsákì rúbọ.
is the one that was sent to Abraham when he went to sacrifice Isaac.
Òun ló lo èdè fún Abraham nínú Genesis 22 verse 15.
And it was the one that used that word for Abraham, Genesis
Ó fi ọwọ́
22:15.
sọ̀yà pé èmi fún ara mi ni mo fi ara mi búra
And
ní
he
Olúwa
said,
wí.
by I myself have I sworn, saith the
Wọ́n
Lord.
máa gba ẹnu Ọlọ́run sọ̀rọ̀.
They do use the voice of the Lord
Wọ́n
to
máa
speak.
sọ̀rọ̀ bí Ọlọ́run.
They do speak like God.
Àwọn lè di ènìyàn.
They can manifest like
Wọ́n lè
man.
wá sáyé.
They can come to the world.
Ìpele tó tẹ̀lé.
The next stage
Ó ní ìpele àwọn ẹ̀dá alààyè.
is the stage of the 4 living creatures.
Ẹ̀dá alààyè mẹ́rin.
4 living creatures.
Tá a bá ń pè wọ́n ní ẹ̀dá alààyè mẹ́rin.
When we call them 4 living creatures,
Wọ́n jẹ́ aṣojú bíi mẹ́rin ni.
they are like 4
Bí
representatives.
ìgbà tá a máa sọ wípé stéètì tí a ní ní Nàìjíríà.
Like when we talk about the states we have in Nigeria.
Ṣé a mọ̀ wípé nígbà kan wọ́n ní stéètì tá a ní o mẹ́rin ni.
You know that at a time it was 4 regions in Nigeria,
29 ni.
29 states,
40 ni.
40 states.
A máa sọ̀rọ̀ state.
When we talk about states,
Ẹ má gbàgbé wípé
don't forget that
tí gómìnà wọn bá dúró.
when the governor stands,
Tí gómìnà Èkó bá dúró ń
when the
sìn.
governor of Lagos State stands, for
Wọ́n sọ
instance,
wípé
they will say,
àwọn Lagos state ti wà.
this is the Lagos State present.
Tí gómìnà Ọ̀yọ́ state bá dúró.
If the governor of Oyo stands
Tí wọ́n bá jókòó.
and they sit,
Wọn ò ní sọ pé
they will not say
gbogbo ayé.
all the world.
Wọ́n sọ wípé
They will say
stéètì méjì wà lórí ìjókòó.
2 states are on seats.
Stéètì méjì tẹ́ ló wà lórí
The
ìjókòó.
2 states that are on seats,
Ìgbà tá a ti rí gómìnà stéètì méjèèjì
when
yẹn.
we have seen the governor of the 2 states,
Ó ti túmọ̀ sí pé gómìnà ó ti represent gbogbo state.
that means that the governor is representing the entire state.
Ìyẹn la fi pè wọ́n ní ẹ̀dá alààyè
That is why
mẹ́rin.
we call them the 4 living creatures.
Ṣùgbọ́n àwọn àgbà ọ̀run
But the 24 elders
tá à ń wí yìí
that we are talking about,
24 làwọn.
they are 24 in number.
Àgbà mẹ́rìnlélógún.
They are 24.
Àwọn ní ìparí ìjà láyé àti lọ́run.
They are the mediator between heaven and earth.
Ká tó wá máa sọ nípa ìtẹ́ ọ̀dọ́ àgùntàn.
Before we now begin to talk about the throne of the
Ṣùgbọ́n báyìí ni
Lamb of
ìdúró
God. But this is their stand
Àti ìpele wọn.
and their stages.
Àwọn àgbà mẹ́rìnlélógún yìí
24 elders,
kò tí tí ọ̀kan nínú wọn tó ti wá sí ayé rí.
there has not been any one of them that has ever come to the world.
Ìdí ni wípé
Because
bí wọ́n bá wá sí ayé,
when they come to the world,
ìsáwọn náà fẹ́ wá ṣe.
what is their purpose for coming?
A dá wọn ní àgbà.
They are created as elders.
Bí mo ti sọ fún yín tẹ́lẹ̀ wípé
As I told you earlier that
a dá wọn pẹ̀lú
they
ẹsẹ̀.
were not created with legs.
Ẹ tiẹ̀ jẹ́ ká wo bí wọ́n ti rí.
Let us examine how they look.
Kí ẹnìkan bá mi sí ìwé ìfihàn orí ìkẹrin.
Revelation chapter 4.
Kí ẹnìkan bá mi sí ìwé ìfihàn orí ìkarùn-ún.
Revelation chapter 5.
Ṣùgbọ́n ìwé ìfihàn
But Revelation
orí ìkarùn-ún yẹn.
chapter 5
Ẹ bá mi kà láti ẹsẹ̀ ìkẹjọ.
from verse number 8.
Yes.
Nígbà tí ó sì gba ìwé náà.
Yes.
Àwọn ẹ̀dá alààyè mẹ́rin náà. Àti àwọn àgbà mẹ́rìnlélógún náà wólẹ̀ níwájú ọ̀dọ́ àgùntàn náà.
Yes.
Olúkúlùkù wọn ní dùrù. Àti aago wúrà.
Ẹ
Ó kúkú tùràrí.
Wọ́n ní wọ́n wólẹ̀.
The Bible says they bowed down.
Wọn ò ní ẹsẹ̀ tí wọ́n fi rìn.
They had no legs. They could.
Wọn ò ní ẹsẹ̀ tí wọ́n fi rìn.
They had no legs.
Tí ẹ bá lọ wo bá a ti júwe wọn.
If you look at how they are described
Nínú ìwé ìfihàn orí ìkẹrin.
in Revelation chapter 4,
Ẹ rí i pé wọn ò ní ẹsẹ̀ tí wọ́n fi rìn.
you will see that they had no legs.
Ó dà ẹ bá mi fà á díẹ̀. Ẹ kà láti ẹsẹ̀ ìkẹrin.
Yí ìtẹ́ náà ká sí ní ìtẹ́ mẹ́rìnlélógún.
Yí ìtẹ́ náà ká sí ní ìtẹ́ mẹ́rìnlélógún.
Lórí àwọn ìtẹ́ náà mo sì rí àwọn àgbà mẹ́rìnlélógún jókòó.
Tí a wọ̀ ní aṣọ àlà. Adéwúrà sì ń bẹ ní orí wọn. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Ìtẹ́ náà ká.
Round about the throne,
Ìtẹ́ ọ̀dọ́ àgùntàn la ni wọ́n yí ká.
they were surrounded the throne of the
Àwọn
Lamb of
àgbà
God.
mẹ́rìnlélógún tó sì yí ká.
The 24 elders that
Wọn
surrounded
kì í
the throne,
dìde lórí ìtẹ́.
they could not rise on their seats.
Ìgbà méjì ni wọ́n dìde.
Just 2 times they stood.
Ìgbà àkọ́kọ́.
The first time,
Ìgbà tí Jésù ń bọ̀ wá sáyé.
that was when Jesus was coming to the world.
Òun ni wọ́n dìde.
That was when they stood up.
Ìgbà kejì.
The second time
Òun ni ìgbà tí ọ̀kan nínú wọn ń bọ̀ wá sí ayé.
was when one of them was coming to the world.
Ibi tí ẹ̀ ń retí rèé. Ìgbà tí wọ́n ń bọ̀ wá sí ayé.
Now, when they were coming to the world,
A ti sọ fún àwọn àgbà ọ̀run pé
They had been told
áńgẹ́lì ò
that
lè lọ sáyé.
angel could not go to
ẹ̀yin
the world.
àgbọ̀run ní ká yẹn ni tí ó lọ
You
sáyé.
24 elders has to choose one representative.
àwọn
amongst you.
àgbọ̀run ò ní ẹsẹ̀.
24 elders had no
ẹni
legs.
tí ó sì wá sáyé.
And the one that was going to come to the
yóò
world
nílò
must be
ẹsẹ̀.
able to walk with legs.
ó wá dorí kodò.
They now bow down.
wọ́n wá dìbò lọ́rùn.
They now voted amongst
láàrin
themselves.
àwọn àgbà
Out of
mẹ́rìnlélógún.
the 24 elders,
ìbò wa mú ọ̀kan.
the vote now selected one
tápẹ̀
of
ní
them
àjàgórá.
that is named
àrònáìjà.
Ajagora
àjàgùmọ̀tájì.
Niger Ajagumotaji.
ó ní nọ́mbà 3 nínú àwọn àgbà
He
mẹ́rìnlélógún.
is placed in number 3 out of the 24 elders.
gbogbo àwọn àgbà mẹ́rìnlélógún
The
yẹn.
24 elders,
ó wù mí kí n dárúkọ wọn fún yín lọ́kọ̀ọ̀kan.
I wish to give you the names one by one.
ẹ jẹ́ kí n máa lọ lójú ọ̀nà tí mo rìn lónìí
But
náà.
let me continue on this path for
àgbà
today.
mẹ́rìnlélógún yìí.
These 24 elders,
ìgbà tí ìbò wa mú ọ̀kan nínú wọn.
when the selection chose one
ó
of
kù
them,
23.
it remained 23.
ẹni tí ìbò mú.
The one that was chosen,
tí ó mú òkùnkùn kúrò ní ilé ènìyàn
who was going
dúdú.
to roll away darkness in the land of the black man.
ẹ̀ tí ó fi rìn.
It now remained left for him to walk
àwọn
with.
àgbọ̀rún dorí kodò.
The 24 elders were in sorrow.
wọ́n gbé tùràrí.
They held incense.
wọ́n wá fi tùràrí tọ̀sán tòru.
They were burning incense day and night.
wọ́n kọrin kan níjọ́ náà.
They were singing one song that
torí bí
day.
ìbànújẹ́ dé báwọn àgbà.
Because of the sorrow that fell upon the 24 elders,
Bí
it is compulsory
ayọ̀
to
dé
sing.
báwọn àgbọ̀rún.
When joy comes
Dandan
upon
ni kí
them,
wọ́n
it's
kọrin.
compulsory for them to
wọ́n
sing.
ti kọ mímọ́ mímọ́ mímọ́.
They had sang holy,
wọ́n wá
holy,
kọrin kan tá
holy.
ń pè ní.
They were now singing one song named
ọba àwọn ẹni mímọ́ tó mọ̀ye.
Àwọn ràwọ̀ ọ̀pọ̀ ẹni tẹ́dàgbà gbé wáyíká ìtẹ̀rẹ̀lá.
mímọ́ mímọ́ mímọ́.
Mímọ́,
ìwà àríbà tàbí ndẹ́gẹ̀ báwọ̀ yẹ́dà.
mímọ́, 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 mímọ́ ló yẹ ọ́. Ìwọ la bá máa fi yìn fún Ọlọ́run. Èdùmàrè.
nígbà tí wọ́n ṣe èyí.
As they were doing this,
àwọn áńgẹ́lì méjì tí mo sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan.
two angels I told you of the other time,
èkíní ń jẹ́ kérúbù.
the first one is named Cherub,
èkejì ń jẹ́
and the
sẹ́ráfù.
second was named
wọ́n
Seraph.
darapọ̀ mọ́ orin yẹn.
They joined the song.
gbàdí wọ́n darapọ̀.
By the time they joined,
orin tí wọ́n yàtọ̀.
their song was different.
àwọn wọn lu aago wípé.
And they were now beating gongs that
ògo fẹ́ ní tó fẹ́ wá. tó fẹ́ jẹ
rẹ̀wẹ̀
wá. tí ó sì sọ wá.
di mímọ́ nú ibi iye náà.
jẹ́ ká júbà.
Jẹ́ ká
júbà ọ̀dọ́ àgùntàn
tó fún wa ní
mọ́lẹ̀. tirẹ̀ lógo.
tirẹ̀
lógo àtàgbàrà ọlá ńlá àti ipá. ògo fẹ́ ní tó fẹ́.
ògo fẹ́ ní tó fẹ́ wá
tó fẹ́ jẹ
rẹ̀wẹ̀ wá.
tí ó sì sọ wá di mímọ́ nú ibi iye ni. nígbà tí wọ́n kọ orin yìí tán.
When they sang the song,
ní áńgẹ́lì méjèèjì.
those two angels,
wọ́n wá darapọ̀ mọ́ àwọn àgbà
they
mẹ́rìnlélógún.
joined with the 24 elders.
àwọn àgbà mẹ́rìnlélógún wá fún lẹ́sìn pé.
The 24 elders now give the response
iṣẹ́ tí ọ̀dọ́ àgùntàn rán àwọn.
that the work assigned to them by
àwọn
the
ti
Lamb,
gbà láti lọ sí.
they have accepted to do it,
ṣùgbọ́n
but
ẹni tí ó lọ
the one that will go
ó kù ẹsẹ̀
has no legs to go with,
láti dé ilẹ̀ ayé.
for him to go to the world.
inú áńgẹ́lì àkọ́kọ́ dùn.
The first angel was glad.
à ń pè ní sẹ́ráfù.
It's called Seraph.
fòde.
By the time he flew near,
ó lóun ṣe ìrànlọ́wọ́ ńlá
he
fún.
said he will assist the one of the
àjàgbọ́ra
elders
àrònáìjà.
for the elder.
fèrè tó fọ́n tó fi ń yin bàbá.
The trumpet he was blowing and pressing the
ó
Lord with,
dàbí ọ̀pá.
it was like a
ó
staff.
gbé fèrè yẹn.
He put the staff
fún àjàgbọ́ra
for that elder
àrònáìjà. ó ní kó fi dìde.
and told the elder to stand with that trumpet.
wọ́n fi ìhà ọ̀tún.
They put by the right side.
sáńgẹ́lì méjèèjì.
The two angels,
wọ́n jọ máa jowó ara wọn ni.
they do jealous of themselves.
áńgẹ́lì kejì.
The second one
à ń pè ní kérúbù.
is named Cherub.
nígbà tó rí pé sẹ́ráfù.
When he saw that Seraph
ó fún àjàgbọ́ra àrònáìjà ní fèrè tó dàbí ọ̀pá.
giving one of the elders a trumpet
wọ́n lè
that
fi
was like
ṣe
a staff
ìrìn àjò náà.
for him to make leg with,
wẹ́rẹ́
immediately
kérúbù mú ìdá ọwọ́ rẹ̀.
Cherub took the sword in his hand.
ó fún àjàgbọ́ra àrònáìjà.
He gave unto the elder,
òun náà fi sí ọwọ́ òsì.
and he put by the left leg.
òun ló fi jẹ́ wípé.
That was why
tẹ́ bá wo gbogbo ìrìn àjò sẹ́ráfù lónìí.
whenever you look at the journey of
tẹ́
Seraph
bá
Church
ti
today,
àmùrè wọn.
by the time they tie their gadu,
ọwọ́ òsì ni wọ́n pe àmùrè náà
the
sí.
gadu is always tied towards the left side,
ibi tí ìdá wà nìyẹn.
because that is where the sword is.
tí wọ́n
Carry the sword
nínú sẹ́ráfù.
in Seraph Church
nígbà tí àwọn ẹ̀mí òkùnkùn máa ti.
when demons are at reach
tí wọ́n bá ń jà.
and they are
tí ẹ̀mí
weak.
òkùnkùn bá fẹ́ bá ogun ọlọ́run jà.
When demons are waging war against the host of God,
àwọn sẹ́ráfù wà wọ inú àwẹ̀.
the Seraph will now go into fasting.
wọ́n wà ní kí wọ́n lọ gbé kérúbù.
They will now ask them to
Tí wọ́n bá
raise
gbé
the
idà
sword of
kérúbù.
Cherub. When they raise up the sword of Cherub,
ọwọ́ òsì wọ́n fi gbé idà.
they will use the left hand to raise up
òun
the
ló fi
sword.
jẹ́ pé tí sẹ́ráfù máa ń ṣe àìsùn sátidé.
That is where when Seraph is doing
kí wọ́n tó
vigil,
bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìsìn àìsùn
ever
sátidé.
before they commence the
wọ́n
vigil
ní
for
torí ẹ̀mí
Saturday,
òkùnkùn tó lè wò ó fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ lóru.
they will pray against one that might want to rage at night.
wọ́n kọ́kọ́ gbé idà kérúbù sókè.
They will first raise up the sword of the Cherub.
ìdí nìyí tí a máa fi sọ nínú kérúbù pé.
That is why they do say in Cherubim
tí wọ́n bá
that
ti ní idà olúwa.
let the sword of the Lord,
àwọn yóò wá ní idà holy michael.
and people say the sword of Michael,
idà olúwa.
the sword of the Lord,
idà holy michael.
the sword of Michael.
ibi tí gbígbé idà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ nìyẹn.
That is the genesis of that.
nígbà náà ni kérúbù wá tẹ ìyẹ́ rẹ̀ sílẹ̀.
And that is when now Cherub now spread his wings.
sẹ́ráfù náà tẹ ìyẹ́ rẹ̀ sílẹ̀.
Seraph spread his own wing
láti fi ran àjàgórà àrònáìjà lọ́wọ́.
to assist Adonijah.
kí ló pa àwọn méjèèjì yìí pọ̀.
What made the two of them to come together?
báwo ni ìrìn wọn ṣe máa jọra wọn.
Why is their journey the same?
olórin ni sẹ́ráfù.
Seraph is a singer.
ológun ni kérúbù.
Cherub is a warrior.
ibo lolórin àtológun ti pàdé.
How come that a singer and a warrior are not marching together?
ǹjẹ́ wọ́n jọra wọn.
Are they related in any
kí ni
way?
àjẹ́ fi jọra wọn.
What is their correlative factor?
ẹ jẹ́ ká wò wọ́n.
Let's look at them.
bíbélì jẹ́ kó yé wa pé
The Bible made us to understand that
ojú mẹ́rin ni kérúbù ní.
Cherub has 4 eyes.
ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tí wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ sẹ́ráfù.
But when they were going to write about Seraph,
wọ́n ní sẹ́ráfù ní ojú mẹ́fà.
the Bible says Seraph has 6 eyes.
nígbà tí wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ kérúbù.
When they were going to talk about Cherub,
wọ́n ní kérúbù ní ìyẹ́ mẹ́rin.
they said Cherub has 4 wings.
ṣùgbọ́n bá wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ sẹ́ráfù.
But when they were going to talk about Seraph,
wọ́n ní sẹ́ráfù ní ìyẹ́ mẹ́fà.
Seraph has 6 wings.
ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ wo sẹ́ráfù náà.
Let's look at Seraph first.
àìsáyà
Isaiah
orí ìkẹfà
chapter 6
ẹsẹ̀ ìkejì ni mo ń lọ sùn ẹ̀bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti ẹsẹ̀ ìkíní.
from verse 1.
ní ọdún tí ìsáyà bá kú èmi rí Olúwa jókòó lórí ìtẹ́ tí ó ga tí ó sì gbé ara rẹ̀ sókè
Yes.
ìṣẹ́ tí
Aṣọ
ìṣọ́
rẹ̀.
ìgúnwà rẹ̀ kún tẹ́ḿpìlì
Ẹ̀hẹ́.
àwọn séráfù dúró lórí ìtẹ́ lókèrè rẹ̀
Yes.
ọ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan wọn ní ìyẹ́ mẹ́fà
Kí
ó
ni
fi
ìyẹ́
méjì
mélòó
bo
ní
ojú rẹ̀
sẹ́ráfù ní ìyẹ́ mẹ́fà.
They have 6 wings.
ọ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan sẹ́ráfù ní ìyẹ́ mẹ́fà.
Each seraph has 6 wings
torí pé olórin ni wọ́n.
because they are singers.
ìyẹ́ mẹ́fà wọn.
They are 6 wings.
ó ní di ìyẹ́ mẹ́fà.
Why?
báwo ló ṣe pé mẹ́fà.
ó fi méjì bo ojú rẹ̀
yes
ó fi méjì bo ẹsẹ̀ rẹ̀
yes
ó sì fi méjì fò
ó sì ń fi méjì fò. ìdí
Ìdí
ìyẹ́
sì
mẹ́fà nìyẹn. ìdí jẹ́ fi ló fi bó ẹsẹ̀ rẹ̀.
Two
ẹ
for
má
the
gbàgbé pé olórin ni.
fly. Don't forget they are singers.
mi ò lè sa ìjúwe sẹ́ráfù
I
fún mi.
cannot but explain Seraph to you.
áńgẹ́lì tó ń pè ní sẹ́ráfù. tí ènìyàn bá fẹ́ mọ̀ wọ́n bí ẹ ti rí.
Wants to know them how they are.
tó o bá rí pẹ́pẹ́yẹ
If you see a duck,
ẹ try láti fi ẹsẹ̀ rẹ̀ lélẹ̀.
Try to put the leg on the
ẹ
ground
wá fa ìyẹ́ rẹ̀.
and spread the wings.
bí ìyẹ́ pẹ́pẹ́yẹ ti máa rí yẹn.
As the wing of the dove
òun ló
spreads,
tí wọ́n rí.
that is exactly how the wings of seraph
àmọ́
spreads.
mẹ́fà ni.
But it's 6 in number.
méjì òun náà sókè.
2 will stretch upwards.
méjì òun bẹ̀rẹ̀ báyìí.
2 will stretch sideways.
méjì òun wà ní ìsàlẹ̀.
And the 2 remaining 2 will cover the
torí
legs.
tí wọ́n bá ń kọrin.
Because when they are
wọ́n máa
singing,
jó.
they are always dancing.
ìdí tó fi jẹ́ pé.
That is why
olórin ni sẹ́ráfù.
whenever you see a seraph church, they are
Only
always
those in
singing.
the
And they are also always dancing too.
àwọn kẹ́ni tún bẹ níwájú ìtẹ́ bàbá.
They are also the one that are in the presence of the
ẹ bá mi
Father.
lọ wo ìwé ìfihàn.
Revelation
orí ìkẹrin.
chapter 4,
ẹ bá mi ka ẹsẹ̀ ìkẹfà.
verse 6.
yes.
àti níwájú ìtẹ́ náà
Ẹ̀hẹ́.
sì ní òkun bíi dígí
Ó dàbí
kírísítálì ní àárín ìtẹ́ náà àti yí ìtẹ́ náà ká
Ẹ̀hẹ́.
ní ẹ̀dá alààyè mẹ́rin tí ó kún fún ojú níwájú àti lẹ́yìn
Ẹ̀hẹ́.
ẹ̀dá kìíní sì dàbí kìnìún
Yes.
ẹ̀dá kejì sì dàbí ọmọ màálù
Yes.
ẹ̀dá kẹta sì ní ojú bíi ti ènìyàn
Yes.
ẹ̀dá kẹrin sì dàbí ìdì tí ń fò
Aha.
àwọn ẹ̀dá alààyè mẹ́rin náà tí olúkúlùkù wọn ní ìyẹ́ mẹ́fà.
ẹ má bọ̀ o àpò ẹ̀ka ìyẹ́ mẹ́rin náà.
24 elders.
tí olúkúlùkù wọn ní ìyẹ́ mẹ́fà.
24 creatures with 6
ìgbà tí wọ́n
wings.
tẹ̀ wá júwe wọn.
I'm going to describe them.
àṣẹ àwọn sẹ́ráfù sì tún ní ojú inú.
Also has inner eyes.
lẹ́yìn ojú mẹ́fà tá a rí níta. bíbélì ní àwọn áńgẹ́lì tá ń pè sẹ́ráfù sì tún ní ojú inú.
The angels called seraph also
Yes.
has inner eyes.
kún fún ojú yíká àti nínú.
oh jesus. kún fún ojú yíká àti nínú. òtítọ́ kún fún ojú yíká
They
àti
have
nínú.
inner eyes round about them.
wọ́n ní ìyẹ́ mẹ́fà.
They have 6 wings.
wọ́n ní ojú mẹ́fà.
They have 6 eyes.
wọ́n tún ní ojú inú.
And they also have eyes within them,
yíká ara wọn.
surrounding their body.
ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ jí kérúbù wò.
Let us examine that of cherub.
àná ibo ní sẹ́ráfù ń dúró sí.
And where do seraphs stand?
nígbà tí wọ́n ka ìwé ẹ̀sáyà yẹn lọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan.
When we were reading Isaiah the other time,
àwọn sẹ́ráfù ló máa dúró ní òkè.
seraph are the one that stands afar off,
òkè ọlọ́run.
afar off ahead of God.
ṣùgbọ́n àwọn kejì.
But the other group,
à ń pè wọ́n ní kérúbù.
they call cherub.
àwọn máa dúró ní abẹ́ ìtẹ́
They
ọlọ́run.
stand at the feet of the seat
ẹ
of the
bá mi
throne
lọ
of
wo
God.
nínú ìwé Ezekiel.
Ezekiel
kí ẹjọ́ ká tó lọ sínú Ezekiel Psalm 80 verse 1 Psalm 99 verse 1.
Psalm 80 verse 1, Psalm 99 verse number 1.
yes. Israeli yes.
ìwọ tí ò ń da Jósẹ́fù bí ọ̀wọ́
Ẹ̀hẹ́.
àgùntàn ìwọ tí o jókòó láàrin àwọn kérúbù ìmọ́lẹ̀ jáde.
ìwọ tó jókòó
Thou that
ní àárín
sits
àwọn kérúbù
enthroned
tẹ ìmọ́lẹ̀ jáde.
among the cherubim,
tó túmọ̀ sí
shed
wípé
your light.
oòrùn tó ń yọ
It means that the sun that
àárín àwọn
rises
kérúbù ni.
is within the cherubim.
ọjọ́ tó ń yọ
The day that
àárín
rises
àwọn kérúbù
is
ni.
from within of the cherubim.
òṣùpá tó ń yọ
The light that
àárín àwọn
comes
kérúbù.
is from within of the
ìràwọ̀ tó ń
cherubims.
tàn
Even the stars that
àárín àwọn
shine is
kérúbù
from
ni.
within of the
ìwọ
cherubim.
tí o jókòó láàrin àwọn
You
kérúbù.
that sit and turn among the cherubim shine forth that
gbogbo
light.
ìmọ́lẹ̀ táyé ń wá.
All the light that the world is seeking
ìdí
for.
nìyí tẹ́ fi ń wá ìmọ́lẹ̀ lọ sí kérúbù.
That is why they are seeking for it in the cherubim.
ṣùgbọ́n
But
gbogbo àwọn ọ̀tá ọlọ́run.
all the enemies of God
kí á lọ fi àlùpàídà
that are now putting concussion
fún iṣẹ́ ìránṣẹ́.
to their ministerial
àwọn ẹgbẹ́
assignments,
Kristi.
they are fake messengers of Christ.
báyìí ni wọ́n ti dìde.
That is how they stood up.
ṣùgbọ́n gbogbo àwọn ọ̀tá ọlọ́run yìí.
But all the enemies of the Lord,
ẹ̀mí mímọ́ yóò tẹ̀ wọ́n pa.
Holy Spirit shall
Nítorí
touch
wípé
them because
kérúbù
cherubim
kì í ṣe ìjọ òkú.
is not a church of darkness.
kí ni 99 sọ.
Olúwa jọba.
jẹ́ kí àwọn ènìyàn kí ó wá rìn.
kí ó wá rìrì.
Yes.
ó jókòó lórí àwọn kérúbù kí ayé kí ó ta gbọ̀ngbọ̀n.
ok ẹ bá mi lọ sínú ìwé Ezekiel.
Ezekiel now
orí ìkẹwàá
10
ẹ bá mi ka ẹsẹ̀ 19 wá sílẹ̀.
from verse 19 downward.
àwọn kérúbù sì gbé ìyẹ́ wọn sókè.
Yes.
wọ́n sì fò kúrò lórí ilẹ̀.
Yes.
ní ojú mi.
Yes.
nígbà tí wọ́n jáde lọ.
Yes.
àwọn kẹ̀kẹ́ wà ní ẹ̀gbẹ́ wọn
Yes.
pẹ̀lú.
Yes.
olúkúlùkù sì dúró.
Yes.
níbi ilẹ̀kùn ẹnu ọ̀nà.
Yes.
ní ìlà oòrùn.
Yes.
ilé olúwa.
Yes.
ògo ọlọ́run sì wà lórí ilẹ̀ lókè.
Yes.
èyí ni ẹ̀dá alààyè.
Tí mo rí.
orí lábẹ́ ọlọ́run. Ísírẹ́lì ní ẹ̀bá odò.
Kébérì mo sì mọ̀ pé kérúbù ni wọ́n.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
èyí ni ẹ̀dá alààyè.
These are the
tí mo rí
creatures
ní odò Kébérì
that I saw by the river of Chebar
lábẹ́ ìtẹ́ ọlọ́run.
under the throne of
mo
God.
sì mọ̀ pé
And I knew that
kérúbù ni.
they were the cherubims.
báyìí ni àwọn méjèèjì
Thus is how the two,
wọ́n tẹ̀ ìyẹ́ wọn sílẹ̀.
they spread their wings.
áńgẹ́lì tá ń pè ní kérúbù
The angels called cherubim
àti áńgẹ́lì tá ń pè ní sẹ́ráfù.
and the one called seraph,
wọ́n gbé ìyẹ́ wọn.
they lifted their wings
wọ́n wá gbé àjàgórá Aronaija.
and they put the elder
wọ́n wá gbé sórí ìyẹ́ wọn.
on their wings.
wọ́n gbé kúrò ní ìsálú
They
ọ̀run.
took him away from the heavens.
ìgbà tí wọ́n gbé kúrò ní ìsálú
When they
ọ̀run.
took him away from the heavens,
wọ́n kọjá agbede méjì ayé àti ọ̀run.
They went beyond the middle region of heaven and earth.
Wọ́n dé ìlú kan.
They got to one place.
Nígbà tí wọ́n ti kúrò ní agbede méjì
After
ayé
they
àti ọ̀run.
had departed from the middle of heaven and earth,
Wọ́n wá sinmi ní ìlú yẹn.
they rested at that city.
Ní ogójì ọjọ́ mìíràn.
They rested there for another 40 days.
Nígbà tí wọ́n sinmi síbẹ̀.
When they rested there for another 40
Lẹ́yìn
days,
ogójì ọjọ́.
after 40 days,
Wọ́n wá sọ fún Àjàgórà
they now
Aronaija.
told Ajagora
Wọ́n
Aronaija,
ní ogójì ọjọ́ ti pé.
they said 40 days has elapsed.
Àwọn fẹ́ padà sínú ògo.
They want to return to heaven.
Àjàgórà Aronaija.
Ajagora
Wọ́n
Aronaija,
ní kó bọ́ sórí ìyẹ́ wọn
they
padà.
told him to stand upon their
Ó sì bọ́ sórí
wings
ìyẹ́
again.
wọn.
He stood upon their wings.
Wọ́n wá gbé.
They flew him.
Wọ́n wá gbé kọjá odò yẹn.
They flew him beyond the river.
Nígbà tí wọ́n gbé kọjá odò
When they
yẹn.
flew him beyond the
Wọ́n wá
river,
sọ̀kalẹ̀ ní.
they now put him there
Ibi odò náà.
at the
Létí odò
river,
náà.
at the river bank.
Nígbà tí wọ́n sọ̀kalẹ̀ létí
When
odò
they
náà.
put him down there,
Wọ́n wá sọ fún Àjàgórà Aronaija
they
yìí
now
pé
told Ajagora Aronaija that
ilé ayé nìyẹn.
that is the world.
Àmọ́ àwọn padà lọ sínú
But
ògo.
we are returning back to glory,
Ìlú ògo.
the city of glory.
Bí ẹ ti dágbére.
As they departed,
Ó kù Àjàgórà Aronaija
it
nìkan.
remained Ajagora Aronaija,
Inú ayé ò sì ṣe é lọ.
and heaven was not habitable for him.
Àjàgórà Aronaija.
Ajagora Aronaija,
Ó wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹkún yìí pé.
he now started weeping that
So lókè odò Jọ́dánì mo wà yìí.
upon Mount Jordan is where I stand.
Àwọn olùfẹ́ mi ló ń lọ yìí.
These are my beloved that are going back into glory.
Báwo ni ó ṣe rí?
How shall it be?
Mo fẹ́ lọ bá wọn wọlé ògo. Ó wá wò pé
And he saw that
tí mo bá ṣiṣẹ́ ìtàn,
if I could complete this task,
a kì yóò yà mọ́ títí láé.
we shall never separate ever again.
Báwo ni màá wá sílé wá
When
sílé?
will I come back home?
Wá sílé ìfẹ́.
When shall I return back home to the
Ìwé
home of
Jésù ló
love?
ń sọ fún mi wípé.
The book of Jesus is telling me
Áńgẹ́lì
that
gbé mi lọ màá yọ.
the angel of God that carry me, I will fly.
Jésù mú mi délé ògo.
Jesus will take me back to the home of
Ìyẹn
glory.
ló fi máa wà ní orin Mósè Orímọládé yìí
That is
pé.
why it is always in the song of Sarah, Moses Orimalade, that
Òkè odò Jọ́dánì là ń pè mí
upon Mount Jordan I'm called.
Àwọn olùfẹ́ mi tó ti lọ.
My colleagues that are departed,
Mo fẹ́ lọ bá wọn wọlé ògo.
I want to return into the home of glory with them.
Àkì òpin yà mọ́ títí láéláé.
We shall never separate again, ever again.
Wọ̀ sílé ìfẹ́.
Enter into the home of love.
Ìwé Jésù ń sọ fún mi pé.
The book of Jesus is telling me that
Áńgẹ́lì gbé mi lọ màá lọ.
he'll just say, carry me, I will go.
Jésù ti mú mi wọlé ògo.
Jesus will take me back home.
Ibi tí orin yẹn ti jáde ni.
That is the genesis of that song.
Mósè wá rìn.
Moses now walked
Ó wá já sí orí àpáta kan.
and he walked upon a mountain.
Ẹ má gbàgbé wípé
Do not forget that
iṣẹ́ tí Àjàgórà Aronaija wá ṣe.
the task Ajagora Aronaija came to
Ó
do
ní láti mú òkùnkùn kúrò ní ilẹ̀ ènìyàn
is
dúdú.
for him to roll away darkness from the land
Ó
of
ní
the
pé
black
tí ó bá
man.
mú òkùnkùn kúrò ní ilẹ̀ ènìyàn dúdú.
That means for him to roll away darkness from the land of the black
Ibi
man,
tí òkùnkùn ti gbilẹ̀ ni ó lọ.
it is where darkness is so much manifest that it will go.
Ó wá wà ní orí òkè kan.
And it was upon that mountain,
Ó lo 40 ọdún níbẹ̀
he
náà.
spent 40 years there too.
Orí òkè yẹn,
That mountain,
ibẹ̀ ló wà.
that was where he was.
Ṣùgbọ́n kò sí ẹni tó mọ̀.
But there was no one that knew
Torí wípé
because
kò tí ì darapọ̀ mọ́ ayé.
he had yet to become manifest in the
Òkè
world.
yẹn jẹ́ òkè ìlú kan tí òkùnkùn ti gbilẹ̀.
That mountain is upon one city where darkness was so much
Ní
manifest.
ilẹ̀ ènìyàn.
In the land of the black man.
Kí n tó máa sọ nípa bí iṣẹ́ Mósè ti bẹ̀rẹ̀.
Before I say further upon how the works of Moses
Àti nípa
started,
ìlóyún àti ìbí rẹ̀.
upon his the conception and delivery,
Mo fẹ́ fi iṣẹ́ kan fún yín kẹ́ ẹ máa gbọ́ mi.
I wanted to tell you something.
Ẹ fi ọkàn yín darapọ̀ mọ́ mi nínú iṣẹ́ yìí.
Join me with me in the spirit even as I speak.
Ìjọ méjìlá dálẹ̀ ní ilẹ̀ ayé.
2 churches are created in the old world.
Ìjọ àkọ́kọ́ ni Catholic.
The first church is the Catholic Church.
Ìyẹn ló dìde látọwọ́ àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀yìn Jésù.
That is the church that emanated from the
Ní
disciples of
ilẹ̀
Jesus
ènìyàn
Christ.
funfun.
In the white man land.
Catholic yẹn
The Catholic,
nínú Catholic.
from the Catholic,
Ó ní àwọn ìjọ yòókù ti ń jáde
came every other churches,
ní ilẹ̀ ènìyàn funfun.
even in the white land.
So gbogbo ìjọ tí So all the church we can talk about, they emanated from the Catholic Church. The one that was established by the white man. But because of the assignment in the land of the black man, is the one that Moses Orimalade told us he was sent for, who is called Ajagora Aronija. Is the second church. Is the one that started in the land of the black man. So it also stands as Catholic Church is standing in the land of the white man. Catholic is the church that was started in the land of the white man. The Cherubim and Seraphim church is the one that started in the land of the black man. That is why all the churches that grew up in the land of the white man, they emanated from the Catholic Church. Any church that will also rise in the land of the black man, go and make their research today. They emanated from the Cherubim and Seraphim church. That is the two churches that give birth to all the churches in the world. Look at any man or any church, whatever nomenclature he gives himself. Go and research about them. You will see that they have seraphim background. Be it Methodist, anything. Whatever name they are called, emanated from the Catholic Church. Likewise, it is like that in the land of the black man. The first church that started in the land of black man is the Cherubim and Seraphim church. Truly, I will talk much about that later when I get to the beginning of the commencement of the work of Cherubim and Seraphim. That is how the work started. When Ajagora Aronija came to the world, and when he was upon the mountain, for him to enter into the world was difficult. After the number of years he had spent there, he was now looking at what to do. How will I make it? What am I going to do? How he was going to work it. Then there was someone who was barren. A barrenness. And he was walking upon that mountain. Now, what many jobs were women doing there? For them to gather leaves, to gather trees. But in the city where Ajagora was, which is Ikare town, and the mountain upon which he stood, the woman was not gathering sticks there. He was gathering firewoods there. The one that was barren, she had a sorrow in her mind. She saw a water that was stagnant upon the mountain. The mountain is called Aton. Upon that Aton mountain, someone who had toiled said, okay, this is what I hear on the mountain. God, if you can do this, why don't you do mine and let me conceive? As she made that supplication in her heart, she took from out of the water and she drank. The water that was upon the mountain, she drank of the water and she went. She knew not that she had spoken with the Lord. By the time she got home, she conceived. When she was delivered, the one everyone had known as a barren woman and became pregnant, when she was going to tell people, she would tell them that I thank God that it was after water I drank. When she gave birth to that son and gave her the name Aton Shuyi. Meaning that Aton made me to become fruitful. That is why there is a lineage in Ikare till today that is named Aton Suyi family. That vision is like that of John the Baptist, who was the forerunner of our Lord Jesus Christ. That is how Aton Suyi was also the forerunner of Moses Orimalade. Thereafter,
Moses Orimolade náà ṣe tán.
Moses Orimolade too was ready
Láti máa bọ̀ wá sáyé.
to come and be manifest in the world.
Ìyá tí yóò bí kì í ságàn tiẹ̀.
The woman that was going to give birth to him was not a barren woman.
Kì í ságàn.
She was not a barren woman.
Ó ti kọ́kọ́ bí ọmọ méjì.
She had given birth to 2 other children,
Ṣùgbọ́n
but
ó sì wà lójú pé à ń bímọ.
she was still at the stage of.
À ń pe obìnrin yẹn ní òdíjọrọ̀tọ́.
Her name is Odijoroto.
Ó náà
She too also went to the farm to go and gather firewoods. She didn't know that she had.
yóò délé.
By the time she got home,
Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọkọ síyàwó, òun àtọkọ rẹ̀.
like between husband and wife, they mated.
Ọkọ rẹ̀ ní à ń pè ní Túnọláṣe.
The name of the husband is Tuolashe.
Òru ọjọ́ náà di odorun ìyanu ńlá.
Their mating of that day produced a miracle.
Ìgbà tí ó lóyún,
When she conceived,
kò mọ̀ pé oyún ìyàtọ̀ ni.
she didn't know that it was a different
Ìgbà tí oyún
conception.
yẹn lọ bí oṣù márùn-ún,
When the conception grew to 5 months,
oyún á dìde,
all of a sudden it will rise up.
á tún parẹ́.
Suddenly it will vanish
Á wá
again.
sọ fọ́kọ ẹ̀ pé
And she will tell her husband
mo máa
that
ti ń lóyún tẹ́lẹ̀.
I've been getting pregnant before
Oyún
now.
kẹta mọ̀ ní.
This is the third pregnancy.
Bí oyún yìí ti ń ṣe mí mi ò mọ̀ tí ìrírú ẹ̀ rí.
So this one is different from that of
Ṣé
the
bàbá
others.
aláwo kúkú lọkọ ẹ̀?
And the father was an
Ẹ má
herbalist.
gbàgbé pé nígbà tá à ń wí yìí,
Don't forget that at this time,
òkùnkùn gbilẹ̀ síbẹ̀.
darkness was still very much manifest in the
Wẹ́rẹ́
land.
wọ́n mọ̀ dífá.
And within no time, they consulted the
Ìfá wa sọ
oracle.
fún òdìjọrọ̀tọ́ pé
The oracle now told Odijoroto
ọmọ
that
tó bí
this child you will deliver
alágbára ọmọ ni o.
is a powerful one
Ìyanu ni.
and is a wonderful
Àti
one.
pé
And that
ikọ̀ Elédùmarè ni.
is also a messenger of the living God.
Nígbà tí oyún di oṣù kẹjọ.
When the pregnancy got to the 8th month,
Òdìjọrọ̀tọ́ wá wò pé
Odijoroto now saw
bí
that
oyún yìí ti ń ṣe mí.
as this pregnancy is doing,
Ǹjẹ́ ńgbà tí oṣù mẹ́sàn-án fi pé
by the 9th month,
ǹjẹ́ ó lè lọ sóko mọ́?
will I be able to go to the farm again and gather
Ìbá mà
firewood?
bímọ sílé.
And if I deliver at home,
Màmá ní di igi tí ń fi
I
dáná.
will definitely need firewood that will used to make fire.
Ó wá lọ sa igi jọ.
And she went to the farmer and she was gathering
Ó lọ
firewood.
sa igi
She
jọ.
was gathering firewood.
Nígbà tó ń sa igi,
By the time she gathered firewood,
ó sa igi jọ.
she gathered the
Ó
firewood,
sa igi jọ.
she gathered it,
Igi pọ̀.
and it became humongous.
Ó wàá máa mu díẹ̀díẹ̀.
And she decided to be taking
Tí
them
bá
little
gbé
by
díẹ̀ lọ lé
little.
lónìí,
If I take little home today,
tó bá dọ̀la màá tún gbé
I'll
díẹ̀.
come tomorrow, I'll take little home again.
Àmọ́ kí wọ́n má bàa máa yọ nínú igi mi.
But for them not to be stealing out of the one I've gathered,
Ó mú okùn kan tá à ń pè ní okùn agba.
she took one rope
Ó fi di igi yẹn lọ́nà mẹ́ta.
and she used it to tie the firewood in 3 places.
Nígbà tó di lọ́nà mẹ́ta,
When she tied it in 3 places,
kékeré tó fẹ́ gbé,
the smallest one she wanted to
ó
carry,
ń bẹ nílẹ̀.
that one was on the ground.
Ibi tó ti ń digi,
As she was gathering, tying the firewood,
ọmọ inú rẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ pé,
the baby in the womb spoke.
ìyá mi,
My mother,
ìyá mi,
my mother.
igi tó di sílẹ̀ ní kò gbé lọlé.
This big one is the one you should take home. And the mother now was
Èèyàn ní bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ ni,
that who is the one talking with me here?
àbí èrò tara.
Is it my thought or is there
Ó wá
someone
wò
here?
nínú ọkàn rẹ̀ pé,
She now decided in her mind that
tó bá jẹ gbádùrú igi yìí,
even if I'm going to carry something as big
ta
as
ni
this,
yóò gbèrú mi?
who was going to assist me to put it on my
Ibi
head?
tí ọmọ inú rẹ̀ ti sọ pé,
And that was when the baby in the womb now spoke again.
ìyá mi ọjọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ kó gbé ẹrù.
That bed down and carry your load.
Nítorí pé àwa tá a wà níbi àwa ó gbèrú ọ̀.
Because we that are here, we will assist you in
Pẹ̀lú
carrying
ìbẹ̀rù
the
àti
load.
ìgboyà.
With fright.
Ìyá bẹ̀rẹ̀ wípé,
The woman asked,
ìwọ ta ló ń sọ̀rọ̀?
who are you that speaketh with
Ọmọ inú
me?
rẹ̀ dáhùn pé,
The baby in the womb answered
èmi ọmọ inú rẹ̀ ni.
that I am the baby in your womb.
Ọmọ inú mi.
My fetus,
Ah,
the pregnancy I'm carrying,
ọmọ inú ṣe lè sọ̀rọ̀.
how can a pregnancy speak?
Ibi tí ìyá ti ń gbọ̀n,
As the woman was getting jittery,
igi dìde nílẹ̀, igi bọ́ sí ìyá
the
lórí.
firewood came upon her head.
Igi tí ènìyàn mẹ́jọ ò bá rù,
What 8 people should have carried
ó bọ́ sórí ìyá.
came upon a single woman,
Ó wá fúyẹ́ gẹ́gẹ́gẹ́.
and it was light.
Kò sí sọ̀kalẹ̀.
She could no longer put it down.
Òdíjọrọ̀ tó ń sáré
And she was now running towards the
Oh,
hole.
sorry.
She was running towards home
pẹ̀lú ìbẹ̀rù.
with fright. That
Ọ̀ràn wo ni?
what kind of wonder is this?
Àbẹ́bọ̀ra ní bá mi sọ̀rọ̀.
Is it a gnome that has been talking with me?
Ibi tó ti rìn pẹ̀lú ìbẹ̀rù.
As she was walking with fright,
Ó fẹsẹ̀ kọ.
she hit her leg against a stone.
Gbà tó fẹsẹ̀ kọ.
When she hit her leg against a
Ọmọ inú
stone,
rẹ̀ ní ìyá mi pẹ̀lẹ́.
the baby in the womb greeted her. Sorry,
Rọra rìn.
walk gently.
Rọra máa rìn.
Walk gently.
Kò sí ewu lọ́nà rẹ̀.
There is no danger on your way. It became another thing
Bí gbogbo
entirely.
ènìyàn ti ń pàdé Òdíjọrọ̀tọ̀.
As people were meeting Odijoroto on the way,
Bẹ̀rù yìí.
this kind of load,
Ọ̀rọ̀ ò ṣe é sọ.
she couldn't say anything to
Ìgbà
them.
tí ó fi délé.
By the time she got home,
Ó ju igílẹ̀ lágbàlá.
she threw down the load of firewood.
Bàtó ju igílẹ̀ lágbàlá.
When she threw it down
Ó lọ bá ọkọ rẹ̀.
she went to meet her husband inside
Ohun tójú mi rí, tójú mi rí.
and explained what she experienced.
Ọkọ wa wò títí pé
The husband now saw that
kò lè jí ọmọ inú ẹ̀.
it cannot be the child in your womb.
Àwọn àjẹnú ni.
It has to be some evil spirit in
Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ ti
the bush.
mọ àwọn aláwo.
As you know, herbalists then,
Bí wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ya Òdíjọrọ̀tọ̀ ní ọ̀bẹ lára ni.
and they started making incision upon the body of the woman
Wọ́n rò
with
pé
knives.
àwọn fi ń lé ọ̀rọ̀ àjẹnú tí ń bá rìn.
They thought they were exorcising the woman from her demonic torment.
Ká má fọ̀rọ̀ gùn.
For us not to cut the long story short,
Ọjọ́ tó ọmọ ọ̀ràn ń bọ̀ wá sáyé rè.
by the time the child was going to come to the world,
Ọjọ́ tó ń bọ̀ wá sáyé
by
pé
the time the child was going to come to the world,
ìyá Mósè Orímọládé bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí rọbí.
the mother of Moses Orimolade went into labor.
Ó ń rọbí.
She went into the pains of
Ọjọ́
labor.
kìíní kò rí ọmọ
The
bí.
first day, no delivery.
Ọjọ́ kejì kò rí ọmọ bí.
Second day, no delivery.
Ọjọ́ kẹta kò rí ọmọ
The
bí.
third day, no delivery yet.
Wọ́n pe gbogbo àwọn onífá tí ń bẹ nílùú
They
Ìkàrẹ́.
consulted all the herbalists and Ifa oracles.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́,
Please,
ìyàwó tún ọlásẹ.
the wife of
Kò
Tuolashe
gbọdọ̀ kú sí ìkúnlẹ̀.
must not die at childbirth.
Ẹ dífá kí ni bá fẹ́ ká ṣe.
Consult the oracle for us. What should we do?
Dífá.
When they consulted the Ifa oracle,
Ifá ní.
the Ifa oracle told them
Wọ́n bá fẹ́ kí ìyàwó tún ọlásẹ ó
if
bímọ.
they want the wife of Tuolashe to deliver safely,
Ilẹ̀kẹ̀ lọ́rùn ọba ìlú Ìkàrẹ́.
the bead that was upon the king of Ikare,
Ó ní kí wọ́n sáré lọ gbà.
they should go and obtain the bead
Kí wọ́n fi sí ọrùn Òdíjọrọ̀tọ̀.
and put it upon the neck of Odijoroto, the woman in delivery.
Kò lè nira fún wọn láti lọ gbà á.
It was not difficult for them to obtain that
Torí tún ọlásẹ.
because Tuolashe
Òun ló sì dúró bí olórí onífá.
is the one that stands as the head of all the Ifa priests.
Ìyàwó rẹ̀ náà sì ló wà ní oyún.
And the wife too that was in labor,
Àti pé ìdílé tún ọlásẹ ní máa fi ọba jẹ ní ìlú Ìkàrẹ́.
and the family of Tuolashe is the kingmaker in Ikare town.
Bàbá tó bí tún ọlásẹ.
The father that gave birth to
Òun ni wọ́n
Tuolashe
pè ní ìsọgàn.
is the one called Isogon.
Òun ni alágbára tó lágbára dáadáa nílùú Ìkàrẹ́. Gbogbo ilẹ̀ ènìyàn dúdú ló mọ̀ nígbà náà.
A powerful herbalist in Ikare land that it was popular all throughout the Yoruba land.
Ní wọ́n bá lọ bá ọba Ìkàrẹ́.
They went to the king of Ikare.
Báyìí báyìí.
This thus saith the Ifa oracle.
Ká tó wí ká tó fọ̀.
Before long,
Ọba ti kó ìlẹ̀kẹ̀
the
fún un.
king gave them the beads.
Nígbà tí wọ́n délé.
By the time they got home,
Wọ́n kó ìlẹ̀kẹ̀ sọ́rùn
they put the beads upon the woman,
Òdíjọrọ̀tọ̀.
the Odijoroto.
Ní kété tí ìlẹ̀kẹ̀ di ọrùn
The
ẹ̀.
moment on her neck,
Àtọmọ.
the baby
Àtolóbi.
and the other one,
Àfi wọ̀ nílẹ̀.
everything came down.
Òun la fi máa kọ nígbà láyé àtijọ́ pé.
That is why they sang in the olden days
Ta
that
ló gbọ́ rí kó wí?
had it should
Ta
say,
ló gbọ́ rí kó sọ
who
fún
has
wa?
had it should recite it for us.
Ẹnìkan
That for someone to speak when he was even in the womb,
òdìdé rìn lọ́jọ́ tí wọ́n bí.
for someone to walk on the day he
Bí
was
kò ṣe Mósè Orímọládé.
except Moses Orimolade,
Ọmọ tọ́lá ṣe
the son of
bàbá aládùúrà.
Tuolashe, the praying father.
Mósè Orímọládé.
Moses Orimolade
Òun lẹ́ni àkọ́kọ́ tó sọ̀rọ̀ nínú oyún.
was the first one that talked even while he was in
Tó sì
his woman's
dìde rìn lọ́jọ́
mother's
tí
womb.
wọ́n bí.
And he stood and walked upon the very
Ní
first
kété
day
tí
he
gbogbo
was
èyí
there.
ṣẹlẹ̀.
The moment all this happened,
Tí wọ́n bí.
that he was delivered,
Bí ọmọ yẹn ti dé ilé ayé.
as the baby came to the world,
Kò tiẹ̀ tí kúrò nínú ẹ̀jẹ̀.
he was even yet to leave the blood.
Ó fò sókè ó dìde rìn.
He stood up and started walking.
Ọ̀ràn dé. Ọmọ òjò ọmọ inú ẹ̀jẹ̀ dìde rìn.
An omen for them.
Ó ń wọ olóbi lọ.
And he was dragging away.
Mo fẹ́ fi àṣírí ńlá kan hàn
I
yín.
want to tell you a big secret.
Pé torí olóbi placenta tó
The,
wọ́ lọ níjọ́
the
náà.
placenta that he was dragging along with him,
Ìrìn ojú ń kan fún ìrìn.
he was in a hurry to walk.
Ẹ mọ́ gbàgbé wípé
Don't forget that.
kò lè rìn lọ́rùn.
In heaven, he had no leg to walk with.
Ọ̀pá tí wọ́n fún gùn.
The staff he was given
Ó ní ẹ rí i pé ẹni tí ò mọ mọ́tò wà.
was not pushing you. You observe that
Ọjọ́
someone
tó
who
bá
does
kọ́
not
mọ́tò tó
know
bá
how
ti
to
mọ̀
drive.
wà.
The day he learns to drive and is
Ara rẹ̀ ò
given
ní
a
balẹ̀
car,
mọ́ bí pé kó mọ̀ wá
he
kiri
will
ni.
be in a hurry to drive all around town.
Ẹ wò bàbá àti mọ̀lúlù.
Look at the time we didn't know how to beat drum.
Ìgbà tí wọ́n ti kọ́ ata ti mọ̀lú.
By the time we were taught and we know how to
Gbogbo
beat
àwọn
it,
àmọ́ sáré lọ chọ́ọ̀chì.
all the time we will be running to the church
Hallelujah.
for us to beat the drum.
Nítorí wípé
Because
sẹ́yìn ò bá ṣe rí.
whatever you've not been doing
Téèyàn bá
before,
ṣe,
when you learn
ó
to
máa
do
gbé ni
it,
nínú.
that thing will be pushing you to do.
Ó dìde rìn lọ́jọ́ náà.
He stood up on that day.
Ìyá àgbẹ̀bí jẹ́mi síyùn.
The midwife, Jemisinyu,
Pé
now saw that what an omen.
kì í sọ̀dọ̀ mi wọ́n ti gbọ́ pé
It will not be from me
Ọmọ
that this will be
òjò rìn.
heard of that a day-old baby walked. And he stood upon the baby with her legs.
ní kété tó fi ẹsẹ̀ tẹ́
The
mọ́lẹ̀.
moment he stood upon him with her legs,
Ọmọ jókòó.
the baby sat down,
Ó tún dìde.
the baby rose
Ó
again
tún fẹ́ mọ́ rìn.
and started walking.
Wọ́n tún fẹsẹ̀ tẹ́
The
mọ́lẹ̀.
woman also pushed her down with her leg.
Wọ́n ṣètò olóbi
They did something about the placenta.
kúrò.
They separated the placenta from the baby.
Wọ́n wẹ̀.
They bathed the baby.
Ní kété tí wọ́n wẹ̀ tán.
After bathing the baby,
Ó tún dìde.
he stood up
Ó
again.
tún rìn.
He walked.
Ìyẹn ló wá mú kí bàbá rẹ̀
That was when the father,
tún ọlá ṣe.
Tuolashe,
Ẹ má gbàgbé wípé
don't forget that,
bàbá aláwo mo pè é.
is an herbalist.
Ó wọ yàrá agbára ẹ̀.
He went into his room of power.
Ṣé lèmi wọ́n ti gbọ́ pé mo bí ọmọ ìsọnù?
Is it in my house they will hear that I gave birth to a bad omen
Ó
child?
mú pàṣẹ ògùn.
He brought out a charm of staff and he hit the leg of the baby with
Ní
it.
kété tó fi ná ọmọ ọ̀gá ògùn
The
lẹ́sẹ̀.
moment he hit the baby with it,
Mósè Orímọládé jókòó.
Moses Oromalade sat down.
Ìyẹn lẹ fi mọ gbọ́dọ̀ nǹkan máa pe ní arọ ni arọkọ.
That is why you hear people say, having controversy, that he was lame, he was not lame.
Ó ti jókòó nìyẹn látijọ́ náà.
It was since that day he sat down.
Nígbà tí wọ́n wẹ̀ tán.
After they finished bathing him,
Ẹ́
the king of Ikare
jẹ́ pé ní ọba Ajíbóyè.
called King Ajiboye.
Ó wá wò títí pé
He now beheld that
ọmọ ìyanu jẹ́ tẹ̀fẹ́ bí tí wọ́n fi wá gba ìlẹ̀kẹ̀ ọ̀run jẹ́ kó lọ kí wọn.
the royal child that was to give him birth to that.
Nígbà tó ń lọ.
Let me go and greet him. When he get there,
Àwọn ìjòyè díẹ̀ tẹ̀lé.
on getting there, some chiefs followed him.
Bó ti ń tẹ́rí wọlé.
As he entered the house,
Ọmọ òjọ́ ní
the day-old baby spoke
máa wọlé kábíyèsí.
that, walk gently, Kabiesi.
Bàbá mi
My father,
ọba Ajíbóyè.
your royal highness King Ajiboye.
Ìwọ lọ́nìkà rẹ̀.
You are the one who rules Ikare.
Ọba ní ọ́.
You are,
Adé ó pẹ́ lórí.
may you reign for long.
Àtijọ́yè àtọ́ba.
Both the chiefs and the king,
Wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí í gbọ̀n.
they were frightened.
Ọdún tá a bí yẹn.
The year he was given birth to
À ń pè ní 1879.
was in 1879.
Ńlá bí Mósè Orímọládé.
That was the year Moses Oromalade was delivered.
Àtọ́ba àtijọ́yè.
Both the king and the chiefs,
Bí wọ́n ti padà lọ sílé nìyẹn.
and they went back home with amazement.
Òkìkí kàn káàkiri pé
And the news went around the town
wọ́n bí abàmì ọmọ nílé tún wọn
that
lásìkò.
a strange child was given birth to in the house of Tuolashe.
Ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́jọ́ ìbí rẹ̀ nìyẹn.
That was exactly what happened.
Nígbà tí gbogbo èyí ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́jọ́ ìbí ẹ̀.
When this happened on his days of birth,
Inú ti ń bí bàbá rẹ̀ pé
the father was getting annoyed.
irú ọmọ wo ni.
That what kind of child is this?
Ó pe gbogbo àwọn onífá.
He consulted
Ẹ
his
bá mi dífá irú ọmọ wo nìyí.
herbalist, what kind of child is this?
Nígbà tí wọ́n sọ.
When they spoke,
Ifá sọ pé
the Ifa oracle said
àfi káwọn ó múra dáadáa.
that they need to be very, very prepared.
Nítorí pé ọmọ yìí ní ó pa iṣẹ́ òkùnkùn run.
Because it is this child that will wipe away darkness in the
Ní
land,
ilẹ̀ ènìyàn dúdú.
in the land of the black man.
Yóò gbógun ti àwa tí a jẹ́ aláwo.
And it will wage war against those of them who were rebellious.
Àti ìgbà náà ni wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí í sàsí ọmọ kan.
It was from that time they were waging war against the son of the Most High God.
Nígbà tí wọ́n sọ lórúkọ ní ọjọ́ mẹ́jọ.
By the time they will name him at the 8 days,
Wọ́n sọ ní Mósè.
he was named Moses,
Orí ọmọ aládé.
the head of the crown prince,
Ọ̀kẹ́ Ìjẹ̀bú.
the bag of the Jebus,
Ọ̀kẹ́ Ìjẹ̀bú. Ọmọ tún ọlá ṣe.
the son of Tuolashe,
Ọ̀kẹ́ Ìjẹ̀bú.
the Okei Jebus,
Ọmọ tún ọlá ṣe.
the son of Tuolashe.
Orúkọ yìí
And this name
oníjẹ́.
is bearing.
Ṣùgbọ́n ẹ gbọ́ kínní kan.
But here's something.
Baptismal name ni wọ́n máa ń pe Mósè.
And the baptismal name happens to be Moses.
Ṣùgbọ́n
But
orúkọ àkọ́kọ́ rẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́.
the first name that he bears
Ó ní tún ọlá ṣe.
is Tuolashe,
Ọ̀kẹ́ Ìjẹ̀bú.
Okei Jebu.
Ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tó ti baptism ní
By
1910.
the time he was being baptized at 1910,
Wọ́n pè ní Mósè.
he was being called
Ó
Moses.
ní àpèlé orúkọ rẹ̀ mi jẹ́ Mósè. Orí ọmọ aládé Ọ̀kẹ́ Ìjẹ̀bú.
And that's why the full name is Moses Orimolade Okei Jebu.
bí ó ti ń jẹ nìyẹn.
And that is how he bears it.
Láti 1910.
Right from 1910.
Láti ìgbà yìí
Since then,
ló ti ń kó àwọn ènìyàn jọ lẹ́yìn
begins to gather people as a band.
títí. Nígbà tí ọmọ yẹn pé ọmọ ọdún mẹ́jọ.
When the baby grew to 8 years old,
Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé mo sọ pé kò sí tí ì rìn?
you know that he couldn't walk yet.
Chọ́ọ̀chì kan ṣoṣo níbẹ̀ nílùú Ìkàrẹ́ nígbà náà.
Just a church was in existence in Ikare then.
À ń pe chọ́ọ̀chì yẹn ní
The church,
Stephen
the church is St. Stephen Anglican Church.
Anglican Church nílùú Ìkàrẹ́.
Anglican Church in Ikare.
Nígbà tó di dédé aago kan òru. Ibi táwọn jìnnà sí ilé wọn jìnnàjìnnà.
1 a.m. one night, the house was very far from
Ọmọ
the
tí a mọ̀
church.
pé kò ní ẹsẹ̀ tí ó fi rìn.
The baby who could not walk because of the deformity in his legs,
Ó lọ sí inú chọ́ọ̀chì
by himself he got to the church
ní aago kan.
by 1 a.m.
Nígbà tó lọ sí
midnight.
chọ́ọ̀chì ní aago kan.
When he got to the church 1 a.m. midnight,
Ó pọ orin.
he sang.
Èyí tó burú jù nínú ìjọ yẹn ni wípé
Now the worst part about the issue is
ní
that
àkókò náà
at that time
kò tí ì sí ohun tí a ń pè ní iná electric.
there was no electric power then,
Fìtílà ni wọ́n ń tàn.
so they were using local lamps.
Ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tí ó wọnú chọ́ọ̀chì yẹn,
But when he got into the church
wọn
building,
àmọ́ bí ó gbà wọlé.
they didn't know how he entered into the church.
Church section tó ń bẹ nínú àgbàlá church.
The sexton that was in charge of the church
Ó ń gbọ́ ìró orin.
had melodious song.
Ibo ni wọ́n ti kọ́ bó orin yìí.
Where is this melodious song coming from?
Ó jáde láti inú ìyẹ̀wù rẹ̀.
He came from his own house.
Ìgbà tó jáde láti inú ìyẹ̀wù
When he
rẹ̀.
came out of his own house,
Ìyẹ̀wù rẹ̀ tó ti jáde.
the house out of which he came,
Ó ní kò lọ wo ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ níta.
he wanted to go and behold what was happening
Yóò dé
outside.
ta.
When he got outside,
Ó rí pé nínú church ni wọ́n ti ń kọrin.
he saw that in the church auditorium was the melodious song coming from.
Yóò wo bí church wà.
When he looked at the church,
Ẹ má gbàgbé wípé
don't forget that
pákó ni wọ́n fi kan nídò church nígbà náà.
the window of the church were made with planks then.
Ìmọ̀lẹ̀ tí ń bẹ nínú church.
The illumination and light that was radiating from the church,
Ẹ jáde láti ara
the
window.
traces came out from
Àti
the
ilẹ̀kùn.
faces by the window and the door.
Ìyẹn bèrè wípé
And the setting was asking that,
ṣé òun lè dáràn nínú ilé ìjọsìn.
can sun shine alone in the church?
Torí kò tí ì tú ìmọ̀lẹ̀ yẹn.
Because they had not seen that kind of light before.
Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọkùnrin,
As a man,
ó lọ sí ẹnu ilẹ̀kùn.
he walked gingerly towards the door,
Ó yọjú.
he tiptoed, and he
Ìmọ̀lẹ̀ tó bẹ nínú church.
saw the light that was in the church.
Kò jẹ́ orí ẹnì kankan.
He couldn't see anything because of the
Àmọ́
illumination,
ó ń gbòòrò.
but he was hearing voice.
Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọkùnrin,
As a man,
ó wá kan ilẹ̀kùn.
he knocked the door.
Ta ló ń bẹ níbẹ̀?
Who is